We have here a hilarious individual who has an amazing voice and just does some insane stuff vocally. You've seen my reactions, you've seen how I feel about it. He's gotten the best song out of the Nerdcore batches a couple times. Oricadia.
Hi, hello. I really appreciate that title there. It's like best nerdcore song out of some of the batches.
Oh, there we go.
I do
See?
appreciate it. That's a very good touching tone. I love that.
Yeah.
How are you doing today, brother?
Good. First thing I want to do is, I said it all off the mic, but I think it's important for the fans to know how
Right.
cool you are. As soon as he saw me, he approached me, said hi, enthusiasm, just cool, open, easy to talk to. Oricadia is just a super cool person.
I'm just a goober, man. Anybody that comes to me and that I vaguely know of them, you will be approached. You will be hugged. I'm warning you now. This is not a threat. This is a promise. You will be hugged, and therefore you shall be taken care of. So I have too many people in my circle that do the same. I cannot be the one that's the outlier.
Okay, yeah, I like that. And that's just, I feel that general personality that you have carries on to your music. You know, your music has a lot of different things when it comes to your voice inflections, when it comes to flows, when it comes to just creativity wise, right? Like I can see that you pull from so many different angles to
Right.
make just one song happen, whereas sometimes some artists will pull just from one angle for one song. Is that hard to do?
Not necessarily. Everything is inspiration at the end of the day. So it's like for me, most of my music at its core, it ends up just being me.
Yeah.
So, like for example, a lot of friends of mine, they do songs that I don't knock, because at the end of the day, whatever makes a great record the record itself will shine through no matter what.
Yeah.
Most of their writing is off of just the perspective of the character. A lot of them don't really talk about themselves too much. But with me as a person that, at least, have learned from your reactions that like I wanted to infuse my identity a lot more in the aspect of my music where it's three different fronts. People in our community are people that enjoy making or that enjoy anime as a whole.
Yes.
But what is the fundamentals of anime? It's writing. So people love pushing themes and lessons to them, and I want to do the same in my music.
Yeah.
So I don't want to just say, I'm gonna Gallic gun this guy. No, like Vegeta's character is a person that has so much pride and overall wants to be a person that's on the level of Goku. You can talk about so many. You can just break that down to so many things. You can make a song about pride. You can make a song about insecurity. You can make a song about being second. That's kind of the way how I look at it, and that's how I relate to characters, because I want to be sure that like everything is about myself. So like for example, my recent songs that were released, Blitzo and Stolas. Anybody that gets in the comments talking to me about how I pronounce Blitzo, you can come find me about it. It's okay. Blitz, it's literally like the whole aspect of the show is talking about a transactional relationship that's very toxic on both fronts. One that's very highly hypersexual, and one that has feelings and that wants to pursue them, but isn't aware that they're in a very toxic transactional relationship. So Blitz represents that transactionalness in a way where it's like it's a very hypersexual song, very less on the emotional side.
Yeah.
And more forward on just using the person, because that's the aspect of like that's Blitz's perspective on it. He's using Stolas to be able to get access to the grimoire, and Stolas, a person that genuinely fell in love with Blitz growing up, had stuck with it even though he knew that this was a very toxic relationship, because he genuinely had feelings for him. Stolas is a song about expecting feelings from a place where it's not prevalent.
Yeah.
So you're letting yourself being taken advantage of because you want to feel some type of affection, albeit none, albeit physical only. So, and that also reflects a lot of aspects of my life. I've been in past relationships that I've had that sort of, I guess, aspect. So that's the reason why I loved making songs like that for Hell of a Boss, and I'm probably going to continue making songs like that in the future.
Yeah, that song was amazing to me. I think that, I mean, even you, after explaining that, I can see there's so much thought that you've put into even breaking down the character, not just the surface level descriptive things that happen in the anime, but also what they're struggling with internally. And you find those themes and you connect it with you. And that's my main thing too when it comes to nerdcore. For example, like Naruto. I grew up just watching Naruto, right?
Right.
So of course I'll love like a song that's just about Naruto, but it's only in that scope, in that moment, where I want to listen to something about Naruto where I'd actually listen to it.
For sure, yeah.
But if it's a song where there's multiple layers to it, where it's like a little bit about Naruto, a little bit about his struggles, but also the artist talking about their own things that they're struggling with, right?
Yeah.
Coming up the way that maybe Naruto did with no friends and then just getting accepted. If you want to take that route, now I know a bit about you, and if I feel like just having an emotional song, I can listen to that, right?
Right.
But if I want something that just relates to something that I like watching, then it's the same.
I'm doing an interview.
And yeah, so it just gives me multiple ways to enjoy a song, right? Yes, it takes a lot of effort from what I can tell, but I think at the end of the day, that's where the connection is built because yes, I connected with the character, but if I connect with the artist as well, I'm not only gonna listen to your Has Been Hotel song, I'm gonna listen to all of them, right?
Exactly.
So I need that connection to the artist as well. And I see that you've been like working on that a lot, and you even attributed some of it off camera to working with DPS and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the fact that he'll push you to see things in a different way or to level up in different aspects. Is it a lot of work to know like I have 10 different weaknesses and I need to work on all of them? Like how do you tackle, leveling up for yourself?
So this is not even just like a music thing at this point, it's just a life thing. You have to first and foremost understand what you're doing and love what you're doing before you have the ability and the motivation to level up in the first place. So that's the reason why like Snaps doesn't have to like push me to do something. All he has to do is be like, you should try doing that. And I was just like, sure.
Yeah.
Because it's just you have to be able to be aware and have the pride in your craft and know when you should be confident in your craft, but you also have to have the humility to be able to understand you may have something that needs to be criticized or you need to change something. Because at the end of the day, especially for me, my goal is to make a great song.
Yeah.
At the end of the score, every single time, my goal is to make a great record, no matter what I have to do to make that record possible. If I have to change something, that's perfectly fine. That's the reason why I always move with my circle in many aspects when I'm making music. And honestly, like it does. That's what the main thing about Nerdcore that's so great to me is that like I've been on the outside. I've only been in Nerdcore for like about 3 years, and I've been just a regular artist before, and I've seen how hard it is to develop circles,
Yeah.
and just to walk into this community because everybody has a shared love for something, and you're able to just talk to people and fully just make friends with a bunch of others. That's honestly very beautiful. That's the reason why I really grew attached to the scene. Like this event itself,
Yeah.
the fact that we're able to all fly out and come to a place where people are all like aware of who you are, big or small, that's incredible
Yeah,
in of itself.
that's sick.
And no other con is doing that. Like at least to the standing to where we are.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much like how it is. If you want to level up, you have to be aware of what you're doing, set a checklist for yourself, understand what exactly it is you want to do in life, and grow a love for it. Because I've sat down many times. Like I can give a personal example. Like I've been trying to lose weight for years,
Yeah.
and when I started losing weight, the first time I tried losing weight, it wasn't for a positive reason. It was just because I felt like I had to. And now I'm trying to lose weight, but it's for an actual positive reason, where it's just
Yeah.
because I love getting active. I love being out there with friends, hanging out, playing sports. Monday, we have the Nerdcore pickup game that's probably
Yeah.
going to get filmed.
Yeah.
So your boy's been training for that.
Yeah, I saw the clips.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm kind of a killer on the court.
You
I
you
can't
hit
lie.
one just not
Yeah,
even
literally
looking.
just
Yeah.
ugh,
Yeah. I saw
in
that.
the rim. So
That was sick.
it's just stuff like that that people don't really appreciate about like song crafting. Some people just make songs to make songs, and you can easily tell that
Yes.
compared to a song that has had a lot of time going into it.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about just like like an emotional song versus a club banger song. No, I've heard thousands of club banger songs that have immediately sounded like they've had much more effort put into it than an emotional song.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much like my personal experience when going through trying to level up with stuff.
Yeah, I think that's the thing about music, right? It's meant to transmit energy or feelings or a thought or a theme or a message.
Right.
So as soon as it's not genuine and you see that there's no actual backbone to that song, it's so easy to spot because you're so used to hearing great songs where that does happen. I feel like in the recent history, I've seen you improve a lot, and I've seen you experiment more as well.
True.
Um,
Yeah.
is that something that you took upon yourself, or did you develop a new taste in music? How did you get to doing that?
So ironically, that was something that I put upon myself when it comes to the versatility and like diverseness of my catalog.
Yeah.
Because I made a lot of different songs. Holy shit! I stress my friends the fuck out when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because they're so used to people having like one consistent sound,
Mhm.
and I'm doing so many different things like at all at the
Yeah.
same time. I was making reggaeton songs, and I'm making pop songs, EDM pop songs, and it's just like. It all fundamentally is a pop. Like if I were to break myself down, I am an alternative pop artist. That's what essentially I am.
Yeah.
But I just do so
I
many
can see
different
that.
things. Because
Yeah.
even on rock, I can sound like a pop artist on rock.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much like where I would be on that stance. Most of that just comes from me. In terms of improving my quality, I give all that credit to my friends, man. Like, we're able to just work on stuff. I'm being taught things like very consistently, and also I don't want to also like just not give myself any credit. You know,
Yeah, okay,
I've
yeah.
been in a lab. I can't lie.
Yeah.
But a
Screw
lot.
Jonald.
Screw
Sorry.
John.
He said screw you, so I'm just.
It needs to be known. I fucking hate that guy. Can we
Yeah.
curse here?
Yeah.
Fuck Donald.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just overall like jokes aside, Donald did help me out a lot when it comes to improving my quality. And I will never, cause like honestly, I've been in so many situations. I've been in so many situations where people are so afraid to admit like the people that have helped them improve over time because people have this like really weird like ego.
It has to be all me.
Yeah, like it has to be all
Yeah.
me. No, like my friends helped me get into the position where I am now. And I'm only continuing to strive and grow because my friends give me the motivation to get up every morning to keep doing stuff. If I'm not talking to people and I'm just making a song by myself every day, I would be half the artist that I'd be today because like half of my experience and my happy lifestyle with making music is showing it to my friends and seeing what they think about it if they enjoy it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much how I am. I'm a very open person when it comes to that type of stuff. I love my friends and they definitely help me out a lot. So that's probably my biggest answer when it comes to that.
Who are your friends?
Definitely not Jonald.
Yeah.
Definitely not Daddy Fast Naps. Definitely not Fable. None of those guys.
Okay. Everyone
Nah,
else.
I'm just playing. But like, we could go down the list, you know. Like I got Donald's probably one of my best friends, if not my best friend to this day. I love McGuire. McGuire definitely gives me some amazing ideas sometimes. Wolf Boy is also really dope. Asterisk is really dope. People really need to listen to her a lot more. And if we're on the bigger side, you know, Daddy Fast Naps, Fable, those guys really, when it comes to just like their craft, they're really locked in, and it gave me a lot of motivation to just stick to it. So I really am grateful for all of my friends.
Yeah.
And then in general, we could go outside, you know what I'm saying? Like the Psycho Maho crew. I'm not in the collective anymore, but they're still my homies. Like I love those guys to death as well. So it's just, there's a lot of people. Honestly, I'm very grateful to say that I'm friends with a lot of people in this scene. So, and everybody, whether they know it or not, helped me one way or another. Whether it's just being like alive. So that's the main thing that I'd probably say.
And I love that you said that because when I interviewed Ham Sandwich, he said he feels like some artists don't like to give credits. He basically said, I'll make maybe, or whatever artist will make about 70% of their song, and then that last 30 is done after showing it to multiple people working on the quirks together, right? And he said that he participated a lot in that last 30% for a lot of people, and it seems like they aren't thankful for it. So the fact that you, even though I don't know if you've worked with him like that or not, the fact that you would do the thing that he said is the right thing to do and like give credit to people even
Yeah,
behind
of
the
course.
scenes, I think is really awesome.
I mean, yeah, there's a going joke right now that Daddy Fat Snaps is my dad, so it's not even like, I don't keep it a secret. And Ham Sandwich is 1,000% correct. It's just, me personally, if you have that sort of, maybe in like a mainstream sense, I can sort of understand it because people have a certain look when they're mainstream. But if you're in Nerdcore community and you want to pretend that you had no help on making a song, you're weird, dude. Like that's just me being honest. Like that kind of ego, first and foremost, isn't prevalent in this community because clearly the biggest people in the scene don't do that. So where are you getting this from? Like if you're gonna do that, I wish you the best of luck, but you're not gonna make many friends in the scene like acting like that. So, but yeah, me and Dylan, me and Ham haven't worked as much as of late. I do want to work with him again at some point, hopefully by the end of this year. He was actually supposed to, fun fact, I don't even think I've said this before. He was supposed to be on No Heart, my Toji song, but his verse, like he had the draft finished, but I had the entire song already done. I was like, I gotta put it out. So I put the song out, and I was so sad because his verse, like I want to drop a remix to it at some point because it was actually a really cool verse.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Ham Sandwich, super dope artist.
Okay, good. I like hearing that as well. I think, when you have an ego, that's when you limit your own growth too, right? Because you think you know better than everyone else.
Yeah.
So don't do that.
For sure.
Do you think there are more doors or wheels in the world?
Ooh, I think there's, okay, so we're not counting out wheels. Like for example, that umbrella right there, it has wheels.
No, I would say like tires and stuff like that. Like
Okay, so just
things that
tires.
get rolled. I'm sorry, that doesn't make sense at all.
Pause. I think it's got to be doors. I think
Doors.
is that the correct answer?
It is the correct.
Okay, I was about to say like it's got to be doors. There's no
Yeah.
way there's more wheels than doors. There's doors everywhere.
Yeah, everyone said doors. So,
Okay.
Like if you said
Okay, good.
wheels, you would look like really dumb right about now, but you're good.
Change my answer to wheels. But
Okay, who's your favorite person to work with?
ooh, that's the hard question. Okay, so as fans of mine may know, I haven't been working with many people on the feature side for the beginning of this year too much because I've been developing my solo catalog a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I have been working with people on solo songs, help me out. And if I were to say like some of my favorite collaborators, I mean, of course, as much as I fucking hate him, I gotta throw up Jonald up there.
He threw you up there too.
Yeah, Ben Schuller. Oh my God, we gotta work again. If you're seeing this, my boy, you know I love you. You know I love
I was
you.
supposed to interview him today. He texted me, and I was like in the middle of another one, and I don't know if he left yet or not. But yeah,
Nah,
he's sweet
dude,
with
I
it.
love. Okay, look, I'm not gonna say anything here, but Ben, you're a terrible influence. But I love Ben Schuller. We have 2 songs together, technically 3, because I worked on the Nerd Out channel before with the Sea Shanty.
Yeah.
I want to keep working with him, but
You guys work together really well.
one of my favorite artists in the scene has inspired me to do so much. Ben, love you. Of course, Snaps has to be up there. Like Snaps gets the hype side out of me. Like Ben brings the sexiness out of me. Snaps brings the hype side out of me with the records that we made together. And Jono kind of brings out like a balance of the two because we make a lot of different kinds of songs. But yeah, Jono number 1, Ben Schuller number 2, Fat Snaps number 3, Fable. You got to be number 4. I want to make another song with you. I need money.
He has to fund this trip somehow, right?
But Fable definitely number 4. Let's see. Let's go for like a little bit of a more uncommon pick for number 5. I'd say number 5 would be. Let's go for McGuire.
McGuire,
I like
okay.
working with McGuire. Me and
Yeah.
McGuire make a lot of really good songs.
Yeah.
So yeah, McGuire is super dope. Great vocalist. Honestly, one of the best live performers I've ever fucking
Yeah,
seen.
he was going crazy.
He was going crazy last night.
On that song with Rusted.
I kissed him last night.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like he did a great job. I was like, come here. But yeah, great dude. So yeah, Jonald, Ben, Fat Snaps, Fable, McGuire. That's my top 5. And everybody else, don't worry. I love you too, babies. But these are my guys right here. These are my guys.
He basically said screw you to everyone else. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, not for real. No, you guys suck.
Yeah. Anything you want to shout out of your own? Like some of your content, some of your music.
Well,
I'll put everything in the description, but
no, for sure. I mean, if you guys know me, it's just at Oricadia, Oricadia. I got a lot of interesting projects coming out later today. I'm working on a music video with Game Boy Jones,
oh shit.
longest solo ever, filmed by Freshie Canal. And the people that will know about that will probably see it on my post on Instagram between tomorrow and the day after.
Okay.
As the time of this
I guess,
being filmed, yeah. But
He
you never
tried.
know. I tried. But yeah, I have a lot of passion projects coming out at the end of this year because I really want to try to work on stuff that's like not just anime, but like stuff that you know what I'm saying? Because like I love anime to death, but I love breaking out and doing other stuff. That's why I love doing Has Been and Hell of a Boss. I can't directly say what projects I'm working on, but it does involve alternates, if you know what that is. So, ooh.
Okay.
So,
You
yeah.
heard it here first. Thank you again for taking the time. I appreciate it. You got something about you.
You too, though, bro. You looking real dapper today. I liked
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah. Off the camera, I was like, damn, bro, you looking kind of fine today. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for giving me this interview, man. It was super dope.
I gotta go for the
For
full
sure,
one.
for
All
sure,
right,
for
thank
sure.
you.
Subscribe to xFayze. Do it.